Nielle Truter, Chief Operating Officer at Headset Solutions, and Bob Aoun, the Sales Director of Middle East and Africa at HP. Gentlemen, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. As a way of introduction to our viewers, Bob has got more than 25 years of experience. He's a results-driven professional. I've attended one of their conferences, and really what they are doing with this brand is pretty amazing. And Nielle is the CEO. He served as COO at Headset Solutions, a leading player in this wholesale distribution industry, and a really strong player understanding headset solutions and how they enhance user experience and the remarkable growth that's been achieved. So, gentlemen, welcome to you both. How are you doing?
We're all good. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
Aki,
good to
for
have you.
having us.
Yes. So you guys you're in Dubai, Bob. I understand it, and Nielle, you're in Johannesburg. So let's get straight into it, because I'm looking forward to this discussion, because it's a very interesting one, something I'm very passionate about, and technology that you guys make that I've been using for many years, and it's incredible to see the evolution of how headsets have evolved, and yet the core functionality of the headset remains, the quality that Poly produces, etc. But let me start off with you, Bob, because AI is a topic that nobody can run away from. AI is spoken about in everything that we do, and businesses are looking at it. And I imagine that AI is no stranger to the headset industry and the communication industry, which you're in. And it's a critical technology, right? Because it really optimizes how work is done, and all that sort of thing. But while it's an emerging technology in many industries, HP Poly has been integrating AI. In fact, I remember at one of your conferences, you guys were talking about AI in the products that you use, and you've been doing this for a while. Could you provide some examples of this and where you guys are at the moment with AI?
So thank you, Aki, for first to the opportunity. It's always exciting for me to be able to address your audience. I know South Africa is one of our major region, and we're keen always to provide them with the latest and the newest of our solutions that will help the customers and our partners to have a better experience in whatever they do, and especially on the video conferencing side. So indeed, our audio and video and collaborative tools have been already since long time integrating the AI into them. In fact, a small story on how we started this, like many years ago, when we have innovated the solution inside a studio to bring all what you need as the very big complex tools to have a meaningful session or video conferencing experience. We have combined everything and brought it into a small box. That's one tool can give you all of this. And this is how we started our AI journey, I might say. However, AI nowadays, and especially for the last couple of years, has been the buzz on everything, and it's accelerated the business, accelerated the knowledge. Even in South Africa, we see a lot of individuals and companies are starting to integrate this into their daily business and the usage of it. Just one point that I think, or survey and research that we have done in HP recently, and it gives a little bit of how the AI will help us to address the challenges of the future of work that we at HP aim to lead the change on it. So in this research, we found out that only 28% of the workforce confirm or say that they have a healthy relationship with their work. Reason is uh, there is a disconnect between the company's objective in terms of growth and what they need to do, and the personal and professional individual uh, aspects or aspiration. And this kind of challenges has led to find out that only 28% have or claim that they have a healthy relationship with their employers and their companies. That's mean we have 87% of workers globally. They are saying that they are ready to have a cut on their salary for to have more personalized work experience. And AI is here to help us bridge this gap to provide a personalized relationship or experience for the individual on how they would like to perform their daily tasks, and at the same time it will help the companies and the employers to achieve the growth they are looking at. In fact, how AI are helping us and how we as HP are using it into our tools is to make all the solutions related to video conferencing, to audio, more smart and enhanced, so that a meeting can be held in a way that it is very efficient and very clear. So, for example, we have introduced the audio AI. We understand how important voice and audio is important for any meeting, a remote meeting about from for both sides, whether you are in the meeting room or you are outside of a meeting room. Audio is very important. And some of the aspects that can be a distraction for those meetings is the environment and the noise that can be brought into the meeting. So we use our technology and the AI, the machine learning, to understand and differentiate from a voice that or a noise that it is not a human noise, that it needs to be disregarded and not letting it pass to the other far. So we filter those noise and we block them so that the main and the focus stays on the right traction on the audio that we need to do. Similarly, what we have introduced into our cameras, we made them more intelligent so that you don't need to use any type of interact with them to fix your camera where it should be and how it you should look like. So the AI that are embedded into our cameras will detect your face and will bring forward the best features of you, so that you are you know that the other far are seeing you correctly, and you are the best of yourself. Those are two things that we have integrated and we continue in innovating into all of our portfolio that will enhance the experience and make the meetings, whether professional meetings or personal meetings, more enjoyable and simple to use without the uh, 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 if I may say, the hurdles or the pressure that every one of us will have when he is in front of a camera.
It's amazing. So it's incredible to see how AI is integrated in all of these technologies. And I love the fact that your cameras are looking for the best features. And it could be a bit confusing with somebody like me who's got so many good features. How do you choose the best feature from an AI point of view? No, I'm kidding, but that's actually quite amazing. I love that. And I just love the innovation that these kind of things, 5 years ago, a decade ago, they just weren't around. So AI has really now become this pervasive technology that's being used in the background to deliver the optimum solution of the headset or the camera that you're using. And really, that improves the overall experience. So brilliant stuff. Now, Nielle, at Headset Solutions, you're the chief operating officer over there. It's quite interesting when you look at yourselves as primary distributors of HP Poly products in South Africa. What makes these products so special and stand out for you as a distributor?
Now, that's a very good question, Aki. So, as the primary distributor of Poly over the last 35 years, we have seen firsthand what sets these products apart from the rest. Now, that's a long time, and over that period, we have seen the technology improve. We have seen the customers embrace the product. Poly and HP combines decades of experience in audio and video technology, and with a really cutting-edge innovation, and they really deliver solutions that are all about the human connection when we communicate. Now, whether it's the well-proven crystal clear audio in the headsets, which we all know, or the intelligent video capabilities of the Poly Studio series and video bars, these products are all designed to make hybrid work seamless and productive. Now, of course, one of the key features that stands out and truly special is the reliability and the versatility of the Poly product range. Now, whether you're in a bustling office, whether you're working from home, or whether you're in a boardroom, Poly products adapt to any environment. They ensure business stay connected with exceptional quality that we have seen over the years. Plus, also, they focus on sustainability and integration with platforms, world-renowned platforms like Microsoft Teams and Zoom, makes them a perfect fit for our market needs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the fact that an organization like HP Poly is constantly spending millions and millions of dollars on innovation and new technologies, making that experience all the more different. And interestingly, Bob, just recently you guys launched some very new and very cool new devices, AI-powered devices at ISE in Barcelona. You were there. Could you talk to us through some of those highlights for HP Poly at this event? What stood out for you?
Yeah, great. So last year it was really buzzing for us. So we have innovated most of our video portfolio, and we introduced the second generation or Gen 2 product. Some of those products will add into our Poly Studio series video conferencing, and a couple of new devices that really we launched during ISE that capture the attention of many stakeholders and customers that visited us. One of them is the new Poly Studio V12. It's a USB bar that it is compact, powerful, very solution dedicated for small meeting rooms. It offers all of our innovation in terms of software, whether on the audio AI or on the video AI. At the same time, it comes with a powerful 20 megapixel camera, and it uses the additions power that to make installing those devices in the other room very simple and very affordable as well to our customers, while at the same time we never compensate on the quality of the devices. One additional thing that I'm really proud of our new Gen 2 series is that all of our devices, especially here in this case, the Poly Studio V12, they are built with sustainability in mind. So we have 50% recycling plastic that we use, and whether on the device or as well on the package that we use. So I feel that this is a testimony from HP towards the global subject, that it is very important for all of us. Another point on our studio family is that, as Neil mentioned earlier, the flexibility and simplicity of that they provide to our customer, that they can work agnostically across all the platforms. So regardless on the platform that you're gonna use. As an example, today we have received from your side a riverside communication, and we are using our devices, so that we didn't need to do any adjustment, any setting up. It was very intuitive, very easy to just plug it as USB, and here you go, you are there. So for our customers that are using Microsoft Teams, which is widely utilized in our industry, it's there. It is certified unit. Similarly for Zoom or Google Meet and all the others. Another product that personally I like very very well is our lineup on the Legend 30 and 50 series. Those are, in fact, the new version of our flagship 5200. It's exactly the same headset that Neil is using right now. It's monaural for one that you can use in one of your ear while having a meeting. At the same time, you are open for all the environment noises around you, so it doesn't block you completely from your environment. Now, what is very important in those new series of headset is the technology that we added and we enhance on it. Similar to what we discussed about the noise block, the having an audio, a very clear audio. We introduced as well a new enhanced Wind Smart. So Wind Smart solution that are embedded into those devices, those headsets. It takes one aspect of the challenges that usually our users were having, because mainly those units you will use them while you are on the remote, while you are in the street working, or while you are in your car. You open your window, and one of the major challenge is how the microphone will be able to filter and not to pass the wind sounds that are blowing into your face. And this is exactly the power of AI that helped us to integrate this new technology into those devices, so that they are smart and they know that, okay, this is the noise or the disturbance that are coming from the wind. So they block them, and then you will be able to have a very efficient and very clear audio call.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I just wanted to tell you, as you were talking, I was uh, just thinking and listening to your voice, how clear your voice is, how your voice and Neil's voice is so clear. And I actually want my viewers to the show to compare other recordings that I've done with other guests, which are, they're good, but compare the audio and video quality of these two gentlemen that I'm talking to right now, because it really is a cut above any other technology. You can actually hear it and you can actually see it. And just out of interest, Bob and Neil, what headsets are you using, and what video are you using at the moment for this interview? Out of interest, because your voice quality is excellent. Let me start off with you, Bob. What headset are you using for this interview?
Well, I'm using our Voyager Focus 2, which is the premium headset for enterprise and professional video calls. it blocks all my surrounding. In fact, I'll tell you a small secret. I have the house helper that are cleaning my house, and the blower is there. It's literally 2 meters away from
No
me.
ways. So
Yeah.
there's somebody vacuuming 2 meters away from you. I cannot hear a thing. So that's the Voyager that you're using, Voyager 2. And what about yourself, Nielle? What are you using?
So I'm also using a Voyager. I'm just using a Voyager 5200, which is a little Bluetooth headset like this with WinSmart technology.
Okay.
And it's connected to my laptop with a USB dongle. And it's got excellent noise cancelling. In fact, I think this is one of the best Bluetooth
And your cameras,
headsets.
what cameras are you guys using? What cameras are you guys
So
using?
I'm using a the new Poly E60 camera. It's actually 6 meters away from me.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. And it's zooming into you. And what about yourself, Bob? What camera are you using?
Well, I'm using the HP embedded camera, but here what we have done. So the same technology that we have on our tools, we have embedded them now and launched them on our laptop. So it is a poly camera, studio camera that is embedded into all of our HP cameras. So even from
That's
the
amazing.
embedded, yeah.
No, listen. So, and I saw that you were showing off over there, Nielle. It's just do that again because that was so cool. Just zooming out and zooming in. And while Nielle's doing that, I want to ask you if I'm an executive and I bump into either one of you in the street, and I say to you, listen, I'm a CTO or whatever the case may be in my organization. I spend a lot of time online on virtual calls, team calls, etc. What would you suggest be the best overall headset to use to achieve maximum, optimum, productivity? What would you both say? Which one would it be?
It's a tough question because
It's a difficult one, isn't
because
it?
the answer
It's a
is
very
not that
tough
easy.
question.
Yeah, because I think
Yes.
the range consists of a lot of different devices for a lot of different
Yes.
environments and wearing styles. So some people don't like something
Yeah.
over their head, something prefer this. Someone is going to sit with a headset on their head for 8 hours a day. Other people are going to do a call for maybe 20 minutes. So it depends on the application.
Yes.
And I think there's something in the poly range that fits everyone. There's most definitely something that fits
Yeah.
everyone.
No, that's a
Yeah. I prefer
Yeah,
this is my
that's a
preferred
great answer
headset
because
of choice.
yes, I kind of lean towards that as well. But the voice quality is excellent, and I imagine that's what you use every day in your day-to-day
Every day.
meetings, Bob.
True. Every day and every meeting, and exactly how Nielle put it across. I stay online probably 11 hours a day. So regardless
Wow.
of where I am, even in meetings inside the office, there is always I'm in a meeting that it is equipped, and we are online discussing with other people who are outside there. I don't know where they are joining us. And even for the headset, I put it across for hours and hours. We have long training hours as well that we use it, and I don't even feel tiredness or headaches or all of the effects that can happen. And what I really liked in them is the long battery life that we provide into those
Yes.
things.
Yeah, I was going to say the battery life's exceptional. In fact, they're so comfortable. I bet you that there are some days where you go to where you end your day and you go and have dinner with your family and you forget you got your headset on, and somebody says, "Hey, you need to take that off now," because you actually don't realize that it's on. So now, Bob, coming back to the AI stuff we were talking about, you guys also delivered some new AI updates to existing products, so previous generation products. Talk to us about some of those highlights in this regard.
Yeah, of course. So, as I said, we have launched during the last year a full portfolio of video conferencing. So, in our mind, there is two major challenges that we are trying to help our customers and partners to address into the new future of work. The first one is related to the personal usage and preference, same as what Neil mentioned about, okay, his preference is to use one ear in the ear headset, where mine is different. The same thing as well. This is from a personal preference. But what about the IT people inside the organization? What is the technology that they would like to use for their employee so that they can as well be able to manage them and to be able to deploy them in a very simple way, regardless of the place that they are in? Maybe they have offices across the country and they cannot just move and deploy the same devices, just one device or two devices in different places. So though our devices and our lineup that we came up with that are all equipped with the AI technology provide this simplicity of deploying for the IT people, and depending on their preference on the technology they want to have. So if, for example, they would prefer to have a BYOD deployment, that's mean just the camera and the audio to be equipped in a room or in a personal use, and you will use your laptop to connect through USB and you are there. You don't need anything else, or even a more advanced options where they need no interaction with the system. They don't need you to use your laptop. You just enter a room or you take your headset, and then it has all the licenses, all the application that needs to have, so that you can interact directly and start your meeting. On top of the easy and simplicity of deploying our devices, uh, we offered we added new features in terms of AI. So the same way as I discussed about the audio and noise block audio AI and the acoustic fence. So acoustic fence is a very cool features where especially in open places, where you can set up your tools to just take a perimeter and around you, like you are creating a virtual bubble around you, and everything inside this bubble will be transmitted to the other far, and outside everything outside it, you will not be either seeing it if it is on the video or even hearing it. So earlier we used to have the acoustic fence on the audio only. Now we have introduced the same concept that we call perimeter AI, that will you can create a virtual boundaries for your camera to capture. So, for example, if I'm sitting here and I have my family behind me that are going into the kitchen or any other place, and I don't like in a professional meeting that my counterparts see my family, I can just adjust the perimeter of my camera, and my camera will not take my family that are 1 meter or 2 meters behind me.
Okay, that's very cool. It's really, really cool and very useful technology. I wonder how many people actually use those aspects. But Neil, coming to you, you talk a lot with your clients, and you discuss a lot of the features of these products. Talking about Poly's AI-powered products, which do you find that your clients are most impressed with? That they say, "Wow, okay, Neil, this is impressive," and which of those AI powered products are have got the most value that your clients get out of? Is there such a thing, those conversations? Do you have those kind of conversations with your clients?
Absolutely. And I think before answering that, what is important to understand about AI, in order to do AI, you need enough processing power. And you need to make sure, and Poly and HP make sure that the new generation that is launched, and it's been launched for a while now, does have the proper processing capability to handle AI. And so I think that's important to have a seamless experience. But our clients are on consistency blown away, and I think the reality is that HP of Poly has been doing AI before the word AI actually existed. It's just enhanced. It's now a new AI experience, I would call it. And I think there's a few highlights on it. I think if you take the video bars from Poly, the as Bob mentioned, the directed AI, which includes the perimeter AI, the fact that it frames automatically the participants in the room and it tracks the speakers seamlessly, it makes everyone feels included in the meeting. And that's whether they're in the room or whether they work remotely, they all experience the same meeting. So clients tell us that this creates a very equitable and a professional experience which they value. And I think that's critical in today's hybrid world. And I think the AI makes it for a more easier and a more enjoyable collaboration experience. Now Bob explained the perimeter AI, but if you have a boardroom with a glass wall and people walk up and down in the hallway, a camera is going to see movement and
Yes.
start tracking that person. With perimeter AI, you physically draw a line, a virtual line, and those people can walk up and down, and the camera won't track them. It won't interfere with your meeting. So I think that is a really, really good AI, and customers value that. And then I think from a noise perspective, where Poly has shown and proven over the years that they are just one of the best, is the noise block AI in the headsets and the speakerphones. I mean, that technology is just unbelievable. I mean, it cuts out a barking dog. People who are working from home will know that your dog will bark at the most inconvenient time. Any wind, any noise, if you are sitting in a coffee shop, people speaking around you, even traffic, it cuts all of that out. People will think you are sitting inside your office. And so I think South African professionals, especially in urban, busy areas, finds that invaluable. And we saw the incredible effect of that
Yeah.
during COVID, when people suddenly rushed home, unprepared, I would say. And when you phoned for support, you could hear someone is working from home. You could distinguish between, do they have good technology or not. And I think the value that comes from AI is AI saves time. It reduces frustration. It makes it a more pleasurable experience, and it lets people in a call focus on what matters, which is the collaboration at the end of the day.
That's so cool. I mean, you just talk about coffee shops. Amazing how many people work in these open environments, and the
Unbelievable.
last thing you want is to hear that background noise. And also, as you were talking about the glass windows. It's every office has got those, and yes, you're right. It's distracting. You just see people walking past all the time. And of course, with technology, I think we, as human beings, we kind of use a feature, we stick to that feature, we kind of set in our ways. Nielle, which of the features of HP Poly products do South African businesses not use enough of? Because these devices are so feature packed, and yes, they are intuitive, but which of those features, in your opinion, do South African businesses not use enough of, and how do we change this?
So that's a good question. I think personally, one of the things that businesses not use is the Poly Lens. So Poly has got a software called Poly Lens. It's you can call it an asset tracking software. You can call it a device management software, which is cloud based. And what it does, once it's deployed, it will analyze your environment and search for every single Poly device in your environment, whether that's a headset, whether it's a speakerphone, whether it's a boardroom, an IP phone, whether you are a traveler and you are overseas. The moment your VPN is on, it will detect any Poly device. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. And that enables IT to have a overview of the environment. It can tell you what firmware versions is on, and you can group them. You can say, this is my legal department, this is my debt collectors department, and if this caller calls in for technical support, I can see that they haven't updated the firmware, and they can remotely push it. So I think that's a unbelievable tool to use. It also comes with its own AI analytics. It will analyze how boardrooms are used, how people are using their devices, how often they are using it, what times of the day they use it more than others. I think that insight is very valuable and it's free. It's available for free. And I think another underused gem on the AI world for Poly is their modular video conferencing systems. If you look at the next gen products that they launched, that's the G62 range, it can integrate with multiple cameras and multiple microphones, even third-party devices for custom setups. And I think business often stick to the basics and they miss out on tailor-made solutions, that can have a unique experience in the environment. And to change this, I think we should encourage companies to reach out and for training and demos and these type of things to see how we can and help them unlock these features and maximize the investment.
Yeah, well, absolutely. If you can maximize your assets and really understand how they've been used, I think it's a win. Bob, AI has been a very interesting advancement for technology around us. And I think a lot of the technology that we're talking about has been spurred on by COVID. Let's not forget that it wasn't that long ago that the world was impacted. And it really did shift the future of work. And yes, before COVID, people did work remotely, but I think what COVID did was it says, hey, it actually works if you can work remotely. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's all still a bit in the air as well on what the future might look like, especially in South Africa. I know many organizations have said to employees, listen, it's come back to the office now. But I get the sense that organizations are now saying, hang on, we don't need people here all the time in the office. You don't have to be here 5 times a week. Maybe 30 or 40% of the time you can work remotely because you work efficiently. So let's talk about the future of work and returning back to the office. What are you seeing around the world? And what is your view on what the workplace of the future looks like? And how, I guess, that impacts Poly's design process and thinking of products going into the future, because this is something that you guys must be keeping a very close eye on how it's developing, and if people are going back to the office and what innovations need to happen. So what does that workplace of the future look like? Is it going back to what it was pre-COVID, or is it settling into some interesting new territory?
Thank you, Aki. This is indeed the big question. This is a very important question. And I believe, let me take you back a little bit to the COVID days. When we were in COVID, there was in the industry a new word called the new normal. So we all believed that, people will now continue working from home, and this would be our new way of work. And then after COVID, we start to see the difference in view, from whether from the employers or from the employees, where some of the companies went there and said, no, I don't want to have any remote work anymore. You come back all to the office. And then between those two extreme, I think nowadays people are getting more and more into the understanding that the future will be somewhere in between, and the future will bring the freedom for the employee to use the way that to personalize the way that he works so that he can be more efficient and more productive, which at the same time will address the employer interest in growing the business and having his employee doing what is expected to do. So I think it's gonna be somewhere in between. And for that, in fact,
Okay.
you have highlighted a couple of very major challenges for the employers, whether when they ask the people to come back to their offices, a lot of decision between that time happened in terms of real estate, in terms of changing the model of the offices, or even letting reducing the spaces they used to have. So one of the big challenge is to understand how many employee will be all coming back, how many employee will be working remotely, what is the perfect space that I will need in a normal day, how would I know the behavior of my employees, when they will come, when they are not coming, if I'm going to give them this freedom, because they will expect that if at any moment they come back to the office, they will have the same tools. So it's not an easy for an employee to come to office and he will not find a desk to sit on, or a meeting room, a free meeting room to attend to. All of those challenges now at HP, we are looking into how we can address them. And for that, we have launched new services, solutions, where we can help our customers to address all of those challenges by providing them guidance and by providing them a a blueprint documentation based on the study, based on the integration that and the people, the expert people that will understand how the work styles, the different work styles and personas for each company will likely to behave and to implement this. So this is part of what we call the managed collaboration services that we launched recently, that will allow as well a freedom for the customers to say, hey, you are the expert. What are the tools that I can use from your side to be able to address all of those issues? Or even to say, I like to have a more room as a service or an OPEX model, instead of going and paying for all my investment towards updating and a room. So all of this new manage services we have launched recently to be able to help our customer to address the challenge of the future of the work.
So a space that's constantly evolving all the time. Nielle, anybody that's watching us right now, resellers and businesses that are interested in getting hold of the HP Poly products that we've been talking about, how do they get in touch with Headset Solutions and get more information and get involved? What's the best way of getting in touch with you guys?
So I think that, the easiest way to get information is to visit our website, which is www.headsetsolutions.co.za. We service more than 20 countries in Africa, and we have teams in a few African countries, which the information is on the website. Anybody can reach us. People can also call us on our office number, which is 021-840-2200. Email us at info@headsetsolutions. And on our website, we even have a WhatsApp number that people can WhatsApp us and get in contact.
Okay, fantastic. So get in touch, have that conversation, and find out how HP Poly can change the dynamics in your organization and create, bring those products in that improve and enhance the user experience of users. We've covered so many of the different angles, so it's absolutely brilliant chatting to you, Nielle Truter, who's the Chief Operating Officer at Headset Solutions. Bob Aoun, really good to see you again on the line from Dubai, Sales Director of Middle East and Africa at HP Poly. Thank you very much for your time, both of you, and sharing those insights. Really valuable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again.